Lights, camera, action!
What up, friends? Today marks 6 years in Los Angeles. 6 years. I think it'd probably be an understatement to say that things have not gone as I'd hoped, but I would be foolish to not recognize how lucky, how blessed I am. Things could have been a hell of a lot worse. So, all things considered, I'm doing okay, is what it is. You know, I put a time limit on how long I was going to stay out here. And last year, I said I was going to give myself 5 more years. It wasn't exactly a year ago last year, but it was last year. But I'm just thinking about it because, yeah, it's like, all right, I got 4 more years to make shit happen the way that I want it to happen before I bounce, potentially. So, we'll see though, we'll see. That's something that I'll talk about in another video. So even though today, Sunday, April 28th, 2024, is my 6-year anniversary, I actually got the celebration started last night. It's just bored. And at first I wasn't going to go out, but I was just like, you know what? Don't feel like staying in the house.
So while this was not in the plans, whatever. We're going to start the anniversary celebration early.
So I usually treat myself to a nice dinner on my LAversary. I went to Bakari. It was really nice. Been there before. Ended up sitting at the bar, like, whatever. I reserved a table, but they were backed up and they were just like, well, if you want to check out the bar. So I went to the bar and just decided to, like, stay there. Had mussels, which were really good. They were in, like, this tomato broth. And I had petite filet, which was in this, like, creamy, it had this creamy sauce and some grilled cucumbers. Really, really good. And the drink that I had was called the Deep Purple. And I don't really remember what was in the Deep Purple, but it was tasty. That's what I remember. It was tasty. I think it was a bourbon-based drink. And then after that, you know, went to Hollywood, had fun, saw my peeps, drank, of course. And when that foolishness was over, just came back home. I'm about to head back to Hollywood now to meet up again with some peeps and just drink. This is how I'm celebrating my 6 years. Yeah, tonight was a night. Yo, I get to the spot. You know what? Everything is cool. I get to the spot. I'm having fun. I'm drinking. One of my homeboys is already at the bar. We're just at the bar, just like talking shit and being dumb. My homegirl shows up. Before she shows up, this random dude, like, you know, comes to the bar. We dap each other up. Like, you know, like for whatever reason, we cross paths and he, you know, we dap each other up. Just like, hey, bro, what's up? Cool. So my homegirl comes, I grab us a table and we're at the table talking. And homeboy that I dapped up like earlier comes over and it's just like, yo, can I sit down here? And I'm just like, you trying to sit with me and homegirl? Like, I'm just like, you know, like, I don't, like, in my mind, I'm just like, I don't know you, but you're trying to sit down with me and my homegirl. I'm just like, And so, you know, like after a couple of minutes, I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, you just sit down, bro. Sit down. So I go to the bar to get drinks for me and my homegirl. And while I'm at the bar, I hear him talking to her, and he's very just kind of like, I could just hear that he's like agitated. I'll say that. I place the order for the drinks. I go back over to the bar. I go back over to the table, rather, where my homegirl is. And homeboy's just like, you know, I don't appreciate how you were banging on me. You were banging on me just now. And I'm just like, how is I banging on you? Because, you know, you were asking me, you know, I'm just like, I just want to sit down. You know, I ordered my food, and I just want to sit down and wait on my food. And I asked if I could sit down, and you started banging on me. And I'm just like, well, you know, bro, I wasn't banging on you. That's some real LA shit. It's like, I wasn't banging on you. I'm just like, I don't know you. And for you to ask if you can sit down with me and my friend, like, how do you know that this is not some shit where, like, yo, like, we are doing us? This man was really upset that I was wary of him, his stranger ass, sitting down with me and my friend at this table at the bar. I'm just like, bro, I don't know you. And he really was like giving me shit over this. And he was really on some just like, I'm big in Inglewood, and I'm big, you know, like, bah. And he like put up his hands. He was just like, you know, I beat people up. I fucking beat people up. I'm not disputing any of what you're saying to me. And I'm not, like, I don't have no problem with you. Like, if you feel away, hey, I apologize. I apologize if you feel away. But at the end of the day, fam, I don't know you. And you are inserting yourself into this situation and making everybody feel uncomfortable. And he was really, I mean, Buddy was like really mad at me. He was really like, you know, he was really upset. And I didn't, you know, it is what it is. But I'm also just like, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? Saying that you felt like I'm banging on you. I'm not banging on you. And that's some real LA shit. And it's one of the reasons why, as much as I like LA, I don't like LA. Because, fam, what does that shit even mean? Other than that, we had a good time. So yeah, that's how my 6-year anniversary, 6-year LAversary went. So I didn't want to end the video on that note. The next day I didn't do much. I was definitely moving in slow motion. I just, you know, went to Norm's, had like a low-key late lunch. Then honestly, I just came back home and just got into bed, and I just slept until that night when I went to the movies to see Challengers. So I'm just coming out of Challengers. I enjoyed it a great deal. Challengers was dope. It might be, I don't know, it might be my top 3. And it was at this moment that the battery in my camera died. Let this be a lesson to y'all. If you do like any of this kind of like YouTube shit or whatever, make sure that your camera or whatever you shoot on, make sure it's fully charged. Make sure that your batteries are charged. I did not charge my camera. I was shooting that on my little camera and I forgot to charge it. So it just died on me in the middle of my commentary. But at the end of the day, I love Challengers. Thought it was a dope film. Zendaya's a star. The music is off the chain. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, like their score is just like phenomenal. I like Challengers a lot. It's dope. And yeah, that was my 6-year anniversary in LA. You know, I have a lot of feelings, and you know, I had someone ask me on social media because I posted, you know, it's my 6-year anniversary, and someone asked, when are you coming back to Brooklyn? And I'm not going to lie, you know, like my initial answer was, you know, I'm going to give LA a few more years and we'll see. And that's still the plan. But the way I'm feeling about LA these days, this is a town. And the thing is, it's not even that I'm struggling to make it, struggling to survive. I mean, you know, things aren't, you know, the way that I would like for them to be. But obviously I'm doing okay, you know, for now. But what it is, for me, you know, how do the kids put it? LA is not passing the vibe check. That's really what it boils down to for me. You know, there are things I do love about Los Angeles, and I do love the people that I've met, both natives and transplants. I want to get that out there. They're good people all over the city, and I do love it, and I do love them. But yeah, like, LA is just not passing the fucking vibe check. California is not passing the vibe check. So I do have some things to think about. So we'll see. 6 years though. 6 years. Ha ha ha.